Welcome back. Well, as I mentioned, we have Carol here as well as David on behalf of the Old Pros. And we're paying tribute to someone who's very near and dear to them as well as our village, Shiela Bialka. Well, welcome both of you. Nice to see you today.
Good morning, Lisa. Thank you.
And you know, Shiela has been involved in the community for a really long time, and we've had her here on this day. She's performed a ton with Old Pros, and then of course lots of other things too.
Well, she did the trading post.
And she did the trading post. That's
Yes.
right. That's right. So she's been really involved. So for those of you who don't know Shiela, why don't you go ahead and just give me a synopsis of what she's like?
Well, next Monday, April 10th at 3 o'clock at Clubhouse 7, we're going to have a celebration of Sheila's life.
Right.
Okay. As you said, Lisa, she's touched many lives here in Laguna Woods, and we would like to pay tribute to her contribution. I was putting together with Mark Rabinowitz a show in celebration of her, and on my desktop, I have 50 folders of things that she's been in and been involved in.
Right.
Okay, and then going through lots and lots and lots of pictures. She touched my life in many ways. When I first came to Laguna Woods, I wanted to do theater. Hadn't been here but a couple months. Went over to an audition, okay, for a play the night of January 16th. And she asked me to read in a New York mafia accent. And I said, Shiela, I think I can do that. Okay? And she said, David, I'm going to make you a star. Shiela, I'm still waiting.
Well, you are a star, but maybe we're just not paid stars, right?
I loved her dearly.
Yes, she was a very sweet lady. How about you, Carol? How did you know her?
Well, I remember I had auditioned for something and then it didn't go through. But a few months later, I'm walking down the aisle at Clubhouse 3, which is now the PAC, and she just said, "You're my share."
Oh.
And that was for Aquarius to Woodstock, which David had a great amount of input into, since you were there at Woodstock. But Shiela was just wonderful. I dearly love her. One of the things we're going to be doing at the presentation is we will have a table with Shiela memorabilia.
Oh.
And for, what, $1?
Yes, $1.
You can walk away with a set of earrings that I have cut up on, put on cards so that we have them all in matched sets.
Oh, that's so
and
cute.
This is memorabilia of Sheila's. And I'll tell you, I put it on. I was rehearsing a scene for the Renaissance Fair, and ideas just just piling up, coming through. So it works. Get a piece of Sheila's
she's got magic
talent.
in her stuff.
Absolutely.
Call that Shiela magic.
Seemingly.
Oh, it's there.
I think that's great. And you know, we've been showing some pictures of her. She's been on this day a number of times talking about so many different events. And look, there you are too.
There I am.
I went back as far as I could find, and it's great. And I think, like you said, she's been involved in so many things and touched so many lives. And you know, the celebration, we can go ahead and show that slide, is that it's really about her and about all the different things that she's done. But it's also nice because people can come and talk about her, right? Because that's good therapy.
And I think equally important is the fact that in the show that we've been putting together, going through thousands and thousands of pictures, I try to include different shows that people were in, so they can come next Monday and see themselves, most likely. Okay? Say, oh, that's me. I remember when I was in that with Shiela. I remember her directing me in that.
Right, and it'll help jar their memory, right?
Yes.
Because obviously we've probably forgotten some things that are a while ago, and that'll help. So that is really nice of you to be able to put all of that together. That is not an easy task.
It's taken a while.
Well, it does take a long time, especially when you're filtering through that much stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, for me, it was a trip down memory lane with Shiela. And for the first several hours, I'm thinking, oh, I'm so happy to be able to do this for her. But lately I'm thinking, you know, this has turned into a lot of work. but I'm doing it for you anyway, love.
Yeah, well, you know what? It'll be a nice tribute, like you said, and once it's finished and you see how everybody enjoys it,
Right.
that will be rewarding for you for sure. I remember doing something like that for my mother when she passed, and you know, it is a lot of work. It really is to find the right music and the right photos to go with everything. And so when at the end, people are like, "Oh my gosh, that was just so nice," because they
Yes.
really do appreciate all the work.
Yes.
So thank you for doing all of that, and thank you both for putting together a very nice celebration for everyone to enjoy Sheila's history. And that again will be on April 10th.
I'd like to stress that this is open to everyone.
Okay.
No charge.
No charge. It's
The
in
entire
Clubhouse
village,
7.
come and see.
Yep.
That would be great. And then, of course, you can bring your dollars to
Right.
buy a piece
Oh,
of
and
Sheila
there's-
magic.
Absolutely. And I just want to close in saying that my favorite soubrette for Sheila was she was the queen of tarts, because she would come in when somebody else was directing and she'd tart it up. She'd give it that special Sheila touch.
Aw.
So I've got a part of that now.
Oh, that's great. Thank you both so much.
And it's been a labor of love putting this together, and I can't wait for people to see it, and can't wait for people to react and say, "Oh, that was great," and see themselves working with
Exactly.
Sheila.
All right, thank you. And of course, if you want more information about the event, you can always get in touch with the Old Pros at ocoldpros.org. We'll be right back.